So many people in this world are looking for love. They are seeking their divine counterpart, their partner in crime, the love of their life. They are seeking and seeking and seeking. But how are you going to find the love of your life if you haven't even connected with the God presence essence that is you? How are you going to find the love of your life if you are not the authentic version of you? How are you going to live in a relationship if you have built your current relationship off of lies, manipulation, and mistrust? In order to move within this reality, we must be willing to surrender the lower forms of presence, including sometimes releasing relationships that no longer serve us. And yes, I'm also talking about marriage. Because genuinely, marriage happens so flippantly in this community, in this reality, in this time-space continuum that we call life. It's become such a flippant observation that people literally, they get married and then they throw away love after cultivating half families built on, again, lies and deceit, manipulation, because nobody knows how to be themselves. We've cultivated a myriad of potentials within relationships that don't exist within the presence of God. Fear, shame, bitterness, resentment, anger, hostility. Stop, Ruby, yes. Yes, it is a bunny, but you're not chasing me for a bunny this morning. No, by me. She's like, are you sure? Pretty sure I could. You know, every single person has their own desires, their own hopes and dreams, and their own heart that has come alive within this reality. And it's not our job to try and change anyone. It is our job to evolve within ourselves. And you want to know what? Sometimes that means evolving without people. Sometimes that means evolving and leaving people behind so that you can continue forward. Sometimes that means saying, I love you enough to choose me and to let you live your karmic cycles and your moments without me. I love you enough to challenge you to become the best version of yourself without me. That is love. Love is not when you take over somebody's life and you become their life. You shift it for them. It's not possible to work somebody else's salvation out for you. Genuinely, it is not possible. Imagine trying to work out someone's salvation and trying to be the God presence within them, experience their life for them. It's not possible. That is why God is giving God an experience through each one of us, individually and then on a collective level. The mind and heart, Christed essence. It's important to release the expectation that other people will grow with you, because you want to know what? Not everyone has the same soul path. Not everyone has the same overwhelming desire to seek God and the kingdoms of Christ within their holy presence. Not everyone has the desire to observe a bleeding heart and heal it through spirit. Not everyone has the sole purpose of awakening into their God presence. But you, my love, you do. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening. How do you honor yourself in and amongst a world that just genuinely considers love a superficial potential? Hallmark cards. I'm not talking about having a minor disagreement with someone and calling it quits. I'm talking about there is a frequency difference and there is no way to bridge that difference. You cannot pretend that frequencies meld. You cannot pretend that things are working anymore. God will not allow that. The God presence within you is seeking the highest authentic moments that are established through your holy presence. So sometimes it will mean that we need to surrender that which no longer serves us. Relationships, events, people, places, careers, houses, doesn't matter. If it is no longer in alignment with all that you are on the highest level of all creation as a God, holy presence, it has to be removed. Because in order for Spirit to bless us, we have to remove the lower forms of presence so that Spirit can renew us based on a new set of sustainable frequencies, of sustainable promises, of sustainable love that flows through us. Don't be afraid to release. Don't be afraid to let go of situations or even relationships that are not encouraging your faithful growth in Christ. For what comes after the release, what comes after the surrender, is the miracle that you've been waiting for. You don't deserve to live in a state of constant chaos while you are trying to save someone else, work on you, save you, understand and evaluate and heal you, releasing and purging the lower forms of presence and welcoming Christ in totality. I believe in you, I believe in us, and I believe in all that we are. I trust that God is doing the highest order of work through my holy presence. I released absolutely everything, including my children. When God said to me about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, how far do you want to take this guy? What are you willing to lose for me? What are you willing to surrender? And I was like, everything, absolutely everything. To achieve the wisdom of Christ, I will lay it all down. And slowly, God began to remove aspects of my life that no longer served me, but I had to be the one to lay them down and say, I trust you, Lord. I trust that your will is higher than my understanding. I trust that the holy aspect of God within me has all potential comprehension of my circumstance, and I can rest assured that God is leading me, that I am divine, that I am taken care of, and that I am holy. It is the highest honor of our holy presence to be embodied in human form. But it's also important for us to listen and observe the shifts that are required in order for us to evolve further. And sometimes that means release. And sometimes that means surrender. And sometimes that means we say goodbye to aspects of ourselves that we didn't expect to. But the beautiful thing about this, Ruby, come, is that the free will, when you decide to work in union and in tandem and in harmony and balance with all creation, with all nature, with all of God's highest potential, everything starts to come. Everything magnetizes to you. When you release in love, what comes next is the highest form of miracle that allows you to thrive and sustain your holy presence through the manna, through the love, through the life force energy that is all creation. Whew. Anyway, I think that's all I had to say today. I love you guys. I'm in the middle of finishing. I've been working on a book. I've been working on my very first book, so that is coming. But guys, moving in the direction of your dreams, it's meant to challenge us every step of the way because our hearts are so strong. They are so courageous. They are so brave that every single time that I think I have failed or I don't have it in me to continue, I will push myself forward. Why? Because this world is meant to challenge us into our highest aspect. And I welcome these moments. I welcome the opportunity to shift and evolve. I never want to remain stagnant within the love of Christ. I never want to remain stagnant within my own soulful evolution. I desire and crave change. I literally embody love. And I want to be the highest form of love for myself, for others, for everyone that I interact with. Right, Ruby? Yeah. All right, angels, we're going to go. I believe in you. Do not fear your moments. Do not fear what comes next. Do not fear your decisions. You cannot make a mistake. As a fractal of God, God does not make mistakes. And thus, if you believe you are divinely guided, you must release the potential that you will mess up. It is not possible. Not anymore. Move courageously and fearlessly through a new set of faithful instructions that are birthed in your heart. I love you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are. And I hope that your heart just bursts open with life's potential and life's love, and that you become enraptured with love. Have a wonderful day. Ruby, you ready? Ruby's ready.